The way these rappers capping ball, gon' have me go right back to court. Beat the case to go flash some more. Spin the cake and go grab some more. I ain't guessing that, I'm actually sure. Flowing stupid on Patrick Store, nigga, I'm a star. Yeah, that part.
What's good, YouTube? This Ralph. This gonna be like my intro video, blogging and showing y'all the grind. Like, cause I ain't gonna front like I'm in a good situation right now. But 2 weeks ago I was just homeless. You know what I mean? I just want to blog with y'all and y'all watch my growth, and hopefully it'll motivate the next person that's in the situation. Cause I know if I could do it, anybody could do it. You feel me? So I think today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell y'all a story how I actually, my first time being homeless when I was 16. This on a Sunday. My grandma, she a recovering addict. Let's just start the. Anybody that know living with a recovering addict is a daily struggle. You feel me? Like they got OCD. Anything out of place will drive them insane. Just little things tick them off, and they stuck in their ways, and like they always right about something. And I see that now, and looking back on, I just used to always be like, why she like that? You know what I mean? Like, it drove me crazy though. Dealing with my grandma is a struggle. So like I said, my mom been dead. She been gone for about 8 months. We stay with my grandma, and on Sundays, she got this rule of cleaning. You know what I mean? Like, mind you, her house stays spotless. So she just be cleaning to clean. You feel me? So, it's a Sunday morning. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. We just went skating at Jams Saturday night, late night. Me and my niece, we probably got in the house at like 2 in the morning. Sunday morning, she wake us up at like 6:30. I lie to y'all not, YouTube. It's like 6:30. I'm so ugly trying to wake up. I get up. She like, get up. Y'all need to clean something. Y'all ain't just gonna be laying down all day. Y'all was gone all yesterday. So I get up. I roll out of bed. And like when you so sleep and you suddenly woken up, you just sit there and you black out for a little bit for like 5 minutes. And the whole 5 minutes, supposedly she talking to me, and I ain't even know. That's how tired I was. Like, she take it as I'm ignoring her. So she hit me in my head, you know what I mean? Not hit me, but do that. And it ticked me off so bad. Like, it took me off so bad. I got up, I'm like, yo, don't put your effing hands on me no more. Like, I'm not your child. You tripping. Like, you always. I snapped. I'm telling her about herself and all that, but she not going for none of that. You can get the F out and this, that, the third. I take care of y'all. I put a roof over y'all head. All this stuff. So let me give y'all a little backstory. My mom was on SSI. And she had 4 boys. She probably was getting like 1,000 something a month. It's not nothing. But back in those days, if you on Section 8 and you get SSI, she was sick. You could make do with it. So when she passed, that went to us. So she was using that SSI to pay her rent. Like, whatever bills come with that, my grandpa worked. So she's really not doing anything, like, you know what I mean? Like, she got a gambling habit. She probably gambling this sometime. My grandpa got to pay the difference. My grandpa really doing most things, you know what I mean? My aunt worked, so she's not doing nothing for her. She ain't buying us clothes or nothing. So, all that, what she's saying, put a roof over my head, you know what I mean? Like, it just fell on deaf ears at the time, because I'm young, but I know what's going on, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of my family members, like they were very outspoken about who she was. Like, we basically keeping the roof over her head. I just wanted to get a little backstory on that. So yeah, y'all be, oh, she right, she got a point, bro. You know what I mean? Nah, be quiet. So she cursing me out. I put a roof over y'all head. I took care. I had to take all y'all in. And mind you, like, we was never supposed to stay with her. You wanted us to stay with you for the money. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't out the kindness of your heart. And I mean, I'm not bashing my grandma because I love her to death, but I'm just telling y'all how it is, and you know what I mean? Like, my point of view of things, you know what I mean? Like, just being the observant person that I am. So I get dressed. Mom, she told me I could leave, cause if I ain't gonna clean up and do what she say, like leave, you know what I mean? So I get dressed, I'm about to dip. I start packing my clothes. She like, you ain't taking none of those clothes with you. I'm like, why? You didn't buy none of these clothes. She like, get out, get out. So I put my book bag on. I'm walking past her. I'm in a threshold and I'm trying to get past her. She got that crackhead strip. She picked up this big behind vacuum. Yeah, I swear this vacuum was huge. Even it's like a 3-in-1 joint. She takes that joint, lift it up, and hits me over my back with it. I'm so mad at the time. I'm thinking she just punched me in my back, but I'm like looking down and I'm seeing like all the vacuum pieces scattered. So my aunt rush out the room. She grab her. She's like, what are you doing? Why are you hitting him? So I leave out the house. I think I go to my man Rich crib. I go to my man Rich crib down Frankfurt. Mind you, I ain't pay for none of the buses. I'm finessing the bus driver. I get on the bus. I'm like this. Going in my pockets for like 2 minutes. I gotta catch the K. Walk to Rich crib. He lived right around Market Orthodox. I'm telling him about the situation. His mom like, well, you can stay here a few days. So I'll probably stay with Rich for 2 days. But as I'm staying with Rich, I'm telling my girlfriend at the time, her name was Ruthie. I'm telling her about everything. And so she like, well, I can sneak you in the crib and you come stay with me. So I'm like, after them 2 days with Rich, I go up all the way up Southwest to stay with Ruthie. From Ruthie crib in Southwest, I'm going down Ridge Ave to Del Valle. So I gotta wake up super early, wash up, you know what I mean? Like, it was all rough. This point in time, it was rough. It was rough, man. So at Del Valle at the time, that's an alternative school for when you get kicked out of a public school system. I got kicked out of public school system because I had threatened one of my teachers at Fells. I don't remember what I said, but I threatened her, you know what I mean? And I got charged with terroristic threats. I was on probation, and if I had messed up on that probation, or if I skipped school, and they would send me to either St. Gabe's or Braxis, any juvenile detention center, basically. So I wouldn't miss school, you know what I mean? Even if I was late, I wouldn't miss school. But for some reason, like I don't know what it was at the time. Maybe I was just grieving, you know what I mean? Because me and my mom was like, that was my baby, that was my best friend. So losing her was hard. So I really had a hard time really focusing in school. And you know what I mean? I was always silly. So, you know what I mean? I kept friends. They cared about me, but again, they my age. So they, you know what I mean? They can't help. And I'm really not looking for nobody to help anyway at the time. You know what I mean? I'm lost. I'm lost, man. So, I'm traveling from Southwest, you know what I mean, early in the morning to Del Valle. I'm falling asleep in class, and I'm slipping now. I'm starting to slip in school. So I'm back at Ruthie crib one night. This probably like, I've been staying there for like a week now, maybe a week and a half. And you know what I mean, I'm just venting to her about everything. And you know what I mean, I guess like we've been talking so long that we lost track of time, because we would have it all down packed. By the time mine get home, we already be washed up and in the bed, her door would be locked. When she came in, we was both sitting on the bed. We didn't hear her or nothing. She walked right in the room. Brother, you got boys in the house? I'm like, oh, I'm out of here. Ruthie started arguing with her. I'm like, stop arguing with your mom. You know what I mean? Like, just walk me to the door. She walked me to the door. We hugged, you know what I mean? Do whatever we do, and I did. I ain't got no cell phone at the time, you know what I mean? So I'm out here. I'm thugging it. So I go to Fern Rock Transportation Center. I get there like 1 in the morning. And I just sit there. I sit there. I ain't go to sleep or nothing. And I just was sitting there. And before I knew it, the sun came up. First night of being homeless. And I'm just like looking back on it. It's like, man. If you can't explain yourself, and when you're going through something and you can't articulate yourself well, nobody will never know, and nobody will ever be able to help you. Not to say that you even looking for help. If you so grief-stricken or you lost, or you know what I mean, whatever you going through, if you can't really speak about it, it's like what you expect the next person to do. You know what I mean? Like, and the only person I was able to, you know what I mean, tell those things to was Ruthie, you know what I mean, how I felt. Because I feel like, you know, older people really wouldn't listen. That's just how I view things, and I still view things like that to this day. So I look up, and that's my first night being homeless. And so I go to school, and I'm just thinking the whole time, like, dang, like, I gotta call somebody. Like, but I never got to call nobody. So after school, I end up at Front Rock again. And this time I just sat here and I probably dozed off. Like, it felt like an hour. And some man had woke me up. He like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm waiting for the train. He like, it's 5 in the morning. The train don't run till 7. He like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I forgot what I told him. But you know what I mean? I told him something just to get him on my face. And that was my second night being homeless. And it's like, it just went on for like 2 weeks. It went on for like 2 weeks, and it'll do something to you, man. It'll really do something to you. It'll put you in a different type of mindset. So I did that for 2 weeks. Certain days I would still sneak over Ruthie crib, and you know what I mean, like we'd chill until her mom get home. And this day I was at her crib, and I just called my uncle out of nowhere. Just to see what's up with him, you know what I mean? Because I'm used to my uncle, you know what I mean, coming to get us every weekend. And my uncle probably six years older than me. 6-7 years older than me. So, and like, he's grown, but he's still young too. I'm 16 at the time. Like, you know, we still young. You know what I mean? Like, so I call him. He like, yeah, I've been looking for you, basically. Like, I don't know what school you go to. I was trying to scoop y'all up, and your grandma said she kicked you out. I ain't hear from you. I don't even know where you was staying or nothing. So now I broke down and told him the whole situation. He came pick me up probably like an hour later. So we driving back up Northeast. I'm just venting to him. You know what I mean? Like, it feels so good to get it all off my chest. And like, he actually would listen. First night at his crib, Maya born, like, Cherie staying there. You know what I mean? This is fiance. He got a daughter. We in a 1-bedroom apartment, but I'm rocking out on the couch. And I remember that first night staying there. I'm just like, I'm in the way. You know what I mean? Even at 16, like I'm in the way. You know what I mean? They in a 1-bedroom. I'm just on a couch, probably putting a dent in a couch, and I would carry that with me, man. And I would really carry that. He would drive me to Del Valle. Sometimes he would drive me to the cheese bus. So one day he dropped me off, and on the way home from school, the bus had got shot up. So he like, man, you ain't going to that school no more. Like, we gonna get you out of that job. Mind you, I'm on probation for terroristic threats. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, once he figure all this out and see I ain't gonna be able to get out of Del Valle, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be bad. But he actually got me out of Del Valle. I don't know how he did it. I know I had court. The judge just looked at him and he spoke, and you know what I mean? The judge just was like, well, you're a well-rounded man, and I know Mr. Williams going through some things, and he needed a male figure in his life. And I think you would be the perfect match, and we gonna put him back in the public school system, but it's gonna be on a short leash. He can't get in trouble or nothing, like, which is expected. But I was so shocked because I thought I was graduating from Del Valle. He get me in Northeast, and I'm in Northeast. It's so different, you know what I mean? Del Valle probably had like 90 kids, and the Northeast got 5,000 kids in it. It's like one of them high schools you see on TV. But like, I'm still like in like a behavioral section. It was called the Cube. I meet my best friend Reef. We was locked in for like 10 years after that. We had just goof off in school, you know what I mean? Like, I'm actually getting to enjoy high school for the first time. And it was lit, man. It was lit. I got some funny things that happened in high school, man. I'm gonna tell y'all about it in part 2, but y'all gotta like, comment, subscribe, and watch part 2.